सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु. May there be peace for all. May there be happiness for all. May there be completeness for all. May there be auspiciousness for all. We have to ask the mind every day in the morning to set a grateful tone. That is the key element. And if you live into that grateful tone throughout the day, not impacted by the mind that says, I'm busy, I have a lot of problems, why don't you understand? No, I understand what I understand, because you are busy. Gratitude transforms learning from consumer to a seeker. And once you become a seeker, the consumer goes into the background. Who is busy? Consumer. Who is free? Seeker. But it must settle in your intellect first. And from the intellect, by repetition, repeat practice, one day you recognize that you are always free. And that freedom is a pointer that you are a seeker. And then the seeker changes, transforms the mind completely. Gratitude is the sunlight that draws the flower to bloom. Without it, the bud stays closed. Gratitude turns the knowledge into a nourishment. It is the inner hospitality that welcomes wisdom as an honored guest. As an honored guest. Open your eyes. Our next step is that we should share our experiences, how we lived, why and how from the last session, both. So you have to ask the intellect and you have to ask the mind to follow the cause and effect. How we lived, why, how from the last session. I have been very busy. Tell me when you will be free. I will come. Let us share our experiences first. Let us go to David and Jeff.
Thank you. For me, the last 3 days is I realize that the word busy is a overused term, excuse. We're all busy. Everybody's busy, and busy is just a sort of a false adjective that we give ourselves. I think the reality is it just is, and we just need to understand that we need to be the observer, and certain times there's things a lot going on, and certain times there's not, but it just is. There's no label that needs to be applied to it. So that's kind of my takeaway.
Beautiful. So it means I hit my belief system that I'm busy. So when you hit the belief system that is programmed, that comes from the past, from the society, from the conditioning, if you hit it every day, life will be better.
It'll be all right.
How are you, Jerry?
Very good, thank you. I had an opportunity with Karen. I think I shared with our family friend. She's going to celebrate 90 years pretty soon, and recently had hung up on David and didn't want to talk and wasn't responding to calls. And she called me back, and she basically, the summary was that I live on a different planet than she does.
Okay.
So I asked her who lived on her planet. And she said that people her age live on her planet. And so my busy schedule and everything kind of revolves around this busy schedule in relation to her and her perspective is too much for her. So it ended with that she'll call me when she wants to talk with me or see me. And so that's where we're at. And it's it, because I didn't really like that answer. But I kind of have to respect that answer.
Yes, that is very important. Once we learn these simple principles of Eastern wisdom, we need not to change others, we have to change others. Even when we say that I live on my planet, very good. Thank you. Congratulations. Keep on living it. Yesterday I was with the dentist and I said, now it is 68-year-old machine. He said, no, we don't keep the old machine in our center. I said, I'm talking about this machine. Oh, he had a big laugh. I said, when you change your belief system, this is a machine, finished. And I'm different from a machine. So that may be the way to introduce the principles of Eastern wisdom, but not directly. Don't hate. Let everyone live in their, including our part. Why? If we do it, then we are creating a problem to others. Are you, Christina? You are busy?
Yes, very busy.
Very busy. No. David has already explained
it. So I got to spend some time with my near and dear good friend, and she has two little girls. They're twins, and they're little, and it's a lot. And I was in pure happiness the entire time. And good. The husband asked me, he's like, how are you so calm when it's like chaos going on in the house and just like the little ones? And I just said, because I'm in peace, and this is where I have been focusing on getting. And he's like, and then my friend said, she's like, she's always been working on her patience. And I'm like, yeah, because I used to not have patience. So it was a funny little moment realizing.
Good. So even if we are busy, that busyness does not disturb. The first part of learning is from the David, and second part is from the Christina, who says, I'm busy, but I'm in peace. So that separates you. We are going to talk about it. We have started a new journey. How are you, Stephen?
Thank you, sir. I'm good. Everything's been really good. In my latest contemplation, reflection, and looking at it, I've realized that I understand what being an observer is. Because in all situations, I find myself knowing when to respond and knowing when to not say anything. And when I respond, it's always coming from a place of peace, love, and happiness. And the intellect kicks in my knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. And I've been noticing that, and I've used it before. The analogy of like when you're playing sports and you're in the zone. I feel like I'm in this zone of just everything is just slowing down around me, and I'm just knowing what to do and what not to do before I have to actually do it. So it's been
Beautiful.
great. Thank you.
Yeah, intellect must click in every situation, in every event, in every relationship. And if it clicks and follows the Eastern wisdom, not the belief, if it follows the belief, you are gone. If it follows the wisdom, you are done. How are you? Another Christina, you are also busy?
Thank you. I've been really contemplating on busyness as a delusion
Yes.
in the mind,
Yes.
and just kind of holding that belief and thought
Yes.
reality, actually, right?
Yes.
As I'm moving through my day.
Beautifully said. Yes, you are touching upon the topic that I want to take up. Yes, busyness is a delusion, but we will understand why and how. Yes, Dennis. We don't hear you. We should never think I am an X. I belong to the Eastern wisdom. It does not mean that I will not miss something in my life. That is what is happening to Dennis. Dennis is missing something in the computer. It happens. That is the part of the journey. It is programmed. Okay. Well, okay. No problem. How are you, Weber?
Thank you, sir. That's all fine. Like in the morning, every time when I get up, I just check that where my mind is going and how much he wants to busy with the past that happened yesterday or anything that's going to happen today. And then my choice that how can I be free at least in the morning time. I clear my mind, I clear that space, and be like in the present moment. So it brings the mind at rest.
Yes. Yes, that's another approach. You see, there are many approaches. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. Let us talk about the today's session. What Eastern wisdom does. That will be our detailed understanding on every Thursday. I think you were all there, perhaps not. In Indian tradition, the day that is Thursday is called it is the day of the wisdom, and the Monday is called the day of the Shiva. Day of the Shiva. So that is why we have a longer practice. Now I just related it. Now understand. Don't forget. Eastern wisdom reveals the real problem, not the life or life events. What I said, Eastern wisdom reveals the problem, and what is the problem? Problem is ignorance. We're entering into the higher zone. I told you we have already covered the four practices, the fourfold practices. We have a burning desire. With that burning desire, the mind is listening. Eastern wisdom shows suffering comes less from or not from outer circumstances, events, illness, health, job, no job, money, no money, not from the bad luck or the fate. It has nothing to do with it. What the Eastern Master says, it comes from the deluded mindset, past impressions, and our unchecked desires. Where is the remedy? Only the satsang. Remedy is satsang. So when you do it, you listen to it again and again and contemplate and reflect, it has removed it. But to abide into that state, higher state, you have to practice. So there are two parts. So reveals the real problem, ignorance, that is the real problem. It is not the life, it is not the life events. You are driving a car with a handbrake, you know handbrake? Slightly on. So there is a burning smell, the engine strains, mileage is terrible, you keep blaming the road. I did it once in India. It happened to me. Only once. So that's why, I remember. I'll tell you all my mistakes. The weather, the traffic, I keep blaming the road, weather and the traffic. So what happens in satsang? The teacher simply says, look, your handbrake is on. Handbrake is ignorance lives in the mind. Look, another example of the handbrake that is on. You go to a party and someone appreciates your partner, you feel hurt, sidelined all the day, without wisdom. Oh, that party is toxic. People don't value me. The teacher of the Eastern wisdom says, this is an event, my friend. This is an event. That is not the real problem. Real problem is ignorance. Let us remember in step-by-step cause and effect relationship. We have already understood that Eastern wisdom is saying the handbrake is ignorance. What is handbrake? Wrong notions like my worth depends on others. If I am busy, I will complete this task today. Tomorrow I will not be busy. Tomorrow you'll be busy in something else. Life circumstances are just the road. Satsang exposes where you are pulling the brake and calling it a fate, calling it as busyness, calling it a problem. There the problem does not lie. Don't forget this metaphor again, I am explaining you. Train, passenger train. Train is first. Then you have a coach. Then you have a station. Then people get on, get off. Then your experience. And it comes from a long programming. Let us understand. There is a passenger train called My Life Express. We have many Amtrak trains. We used to travel from Princeton to New York City to give 2 years, no, maybe 2.5 years, continuously, teaching professors and doctors of Columbia University. Anyhow, so there is a passenger train called the My Life Express. One, then come to the coach. What is coach? Coach is my belief, my opinion, my style, my religion, my trauma, my way, my busyness. Done? Now the station. What are those stations? Pay attention. You have to contemplate and reflect on this. I explained you the train? Good. Then coach, then different stations. What are those stations? I love you, honey, station 1. I hate you, honey, station number 2. I'm married, station number 3. Divorce, station number 4. Busyness, station number 5. Stress and anxiety, station number 6. Oh, New Year's have just come, just passed on. New resolution, station number 7. These are the different stations. People get on and get off. I told you, train, coach, station. So people get on, honey, I love you. Get off, I hate you. Just pay attention. This is what the life is. Come on. People get on and get off. Partners, friends, bosses, in-laws, children. And inside the train you are sitting. Inside the Life Express you are sitting. Oh, I like this. I have to do a lot of work today because I'm attached to it. So I hate that. I don't want to do it. This is who I am. This is my principle. The train is running on autopilot. Whenever it is running on autopilot, you are living in ignorance, and ignorance will cause you the suffering. But from where this ignorance is? From a long programming. Since our childhood, by the society, by the religion, by the parents, by the school, everyone programmed. But how that programming sets into my head, it comes from the previous birth. We are invoking some of the basic principles. Once you Eastern wisdom, what I said in the last session, Eastern wisdom begins with you and is for you. Begins with you. Train, coach, station, in coach, station. And people get on and get off. Events come and go. Relations pass on. But I continue to suffer. I don't believe that I have too many problems. I am stressed. I am busy, don't you know? Why should I attend your session? I have an important work to do. I have weaknesses, duties, and conflicts. Maybe this wisdom is for calmer people. Peace is for other people, not for me. I'm busy now. And in that busyness, you are already 70 now. Listen, you are youngest. Eastern wisdom begins with you and for you. That is what is known as the Satsang. I gave you a literary definition of the Satsang, means company of the real. So in every session, the part of the master is to point you what is real in your life. But you did not tell me 5 years ago I should not have been busy. Even then you have been busy. But why? Because you are not a seeker. Eastern wisdom begins with you and for you. Can you pick up this and live into that mode? Your beliefs are running your life, and they never paid you the rent. What we say, Eastern wisdom, belief pending the inquiry. We don't inquire. You don't know I am busy. I don't inquire. What do you mean by the busyness? It is happening in the mind. I want to hurt your deluded mind. Can you permit me? Christina Rago? You think you are living in a luxury penthouse called My Life, but it is actually a cheap motel decorated by your life. Teaching walks you from redecorating the motel room to rewrite your entire building. So the real owner, what is the real owner? Awareness, self-awareness, finally moves in and kicks out the noisy tenants, anxiety, blame, complaint, reaction, and you are full of the joy all the time. Eastern wisdom, again I am repeating, you have to contemplate. Now you all are seekers. So these 2 or 3 days you contemplate and reflect and you come out with that clarity. Oh, I'm always free, I'm in peace, yes, good. Eastern wisdom begins with you, not temple, not text, not teacher, not tradition. Eastern wisdom leads to total freedom. So we are talking of that total freedom. And you are now graduating from anxiety management, you have already done, to surgery of your belief. Belief pending inquiry. Belief minus belief, no inquiry. I am busy, who should attend the meditation session? Eastern wisdom is just a waste of time. Because you are not a seeker. But now we are a seeker, so we are moving from anxiety management, stress management, etc., etc. I have to do a surgical operation of all my belief. I don't want to leave even a single belief going unnoticed. I am busy, let me do the surgery. Honey, I love you, let me do the surgery. I hate you, honey, let me do this surgery. So what will happen? That very attachment which you say love will drop. You'll have a good relation. Before divorce, you will think 100 of times. What do you mean? You're already divorced. You're already separate from this next individual. Divorce is just on the paper. Are you getting it? I believe so. Most suffering is not because of life, but because of unexamined belief. You never audit it. Eastern wisdom begins with you and for you. Begins with you and for you. With you and for you. Just understand. The real shift is from my belief, my life, my suffering, my busyness to, can you complete it? You all are seekers. To my awareness, to my discernment, to my dispassion, to my 6 treasures, to my burning desire, to my freedom. Am I making the things clear? That's what I told you. These sessions are extremely important. Shift. Because now I have understood completely. Meditation is not here going into the spa and spending an hour and coming out of. It is a precision training. Very precision training. Very subtle training to your mind. So that you continue to live into that higher awareness. And one day, your mind says, I will not let unverified belief run my life. Express, train, coach. You see? I'm combining the cause and effect. train, coach, station, deluded mind, suffering. You break the entire chain. When you can break the train anytime, anywhere, in any relationship, in any event, in any situation, so it takes time. No, it doesn't take time. You are a seeker. Eastern wisdom begins with you and for you. It does not begin with the guru's beard. Oh, no, he has a very shining beard, so hence, he is a guru. Stop outsourcing your enlightenment to temple, to religion, to your busyness, to your belief. The problem and the solution are both sitting in your mind. Who says? All the masters. If after 5 years you are still dominated by anxiety and blame, it is not the universe, it is your inner setting, and you never updated it. We are going to go a little deeper. We'll dig deep inside that belief. I'm just starting the beginning of the Satsang. My partner is terrible. Example, this job will save me, marriage will make me happy. Honeymoon in where? In Barcelona leads me to permanent bliss. Belief pending inquiry? No. Suffering will continue to be there. Do whatever you want to do. I don't want to repeat it again. That couple went to Hawaii and they became sick and spent a week there living in a hotel room in sickness. And after a week, they returned. Redecorating, rewiring. Choose. Now you will understand why I introduced 6 neighbors you all remember, perhaps you all know. 6 noisy neighbors of the self. They will continue to be with us. Whether these 6 neighbors live your life or you live your life with these 6. You live your life with these 6 neighbors, you are awakened. That is the meaning and essence. And these 6 neighbors live your life, train, coach, station, deluded mind, suffering continues. That's why the satsang is very important. That is why the masters say, company of the real means we talk only of what is real in variety of ways. Why in variety of? Because the mind has created such a deep belief, it does not want to inquire. I believe. That's why you are suffering. I believe he is a crazy guy. That is why you are suffering. He doesn't think that he is crazy. You think that he is crazy. That is why we say stop blaming, complaining, reacting to the people. It doesn't mean that we did not discuss about it. a critical evaluation is required. There yes, it appears that you are the space in the building. The 6 neighbors are tenants on different floors. Always remember those phrases. I'm suffering from pain. No, the second floor has some problem. It has some leakage with the belief. Second floor is the physical body. I will get rid of that belief. This mirrors, that mirrors layered processing, sensory, from all the 6 neighbors. And when you live with that, the life changes. Close your eyes. Eyes are closed. First stage, you know the place, position and posture. I am keeping these steps intact so that your mind is set with these steps. In the stage 1, place, position and posture. First stage, more of a wisdom and still with the practice. Monday, more of the practice supported by the wisdom. So then you be comfortable moving your mind from the top of the head to the toes, and you experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Mind does not object. It means your old past belief is not there. You casually move your mind on the skin of the body and you experience the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. It is done. It happens in no time. And then being carefree in the stage 1, being carefree, because your mind is looking inside, or you say your mind is looking away from the world outside, means what? Your mind is looking away from the world of your belief and events and challenges and the problems and the suffering that you are experiencing today. You are looking away from. In the moment you are looking away from it, you recognize there is a subject. The world is an object. You recognize there is an observer and there is an observed. Being carefree means that now I know the two. It was previously one. What is one? I am in anxiety. No. In being carefree means I am plus I have a thought of anxiety. That I have a thought of anxiety is observed, and I am is the observer. The subject and object, observer and object, seer and the seen, the real self and the false I. Yes, I can say that. That is what we have done for years. Still, sometimes I feel I'm busy. It is a thought of being busy. I am is different from it. Once you have that awareness, you will have a glimpse of the 6 treasures. And when you have a glimpse of these 6 treasures, comes with it, oh, I have yet to know, understand, recognize, realize, constantly experience, who am I? that constant, that unchanging. So that is mumukshu, that is a burning desire. Now the mind is clear in that moment. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. And a thought from your belief enters in your mind, and you forget the meaning of may there be peace. And it happens. So that will help you to check your level of awareness and progress. Sarvesham, Sarvesham, Puranam Bhavatu. May there be completeness for all. Sarvesham, Mangalam Bhavatu. It's an outpouring of emotion. Now your emotion is charged with these 4 lines. Normally our busyness is charged, our divorce is charged, our marriage is charged, our vacation is charged, our event is charged with emotion. Are you looking at it? Just see the difference between the two. And with that state, we move into, let us start the deep, silent, slow breathing. We move into the second stage with this step. Deep, silent, slow breathing. The second stage, and from there we will jump into the third one. So what we need to do, you move the mind from the top center of the head as the breath goes into the belly, and mind moves into the spine, reaching to the tailbone. You are singing mentally Om Shanti. When you complete Shanti, it drops at the tailbone. While breathing out, mind moves in the spine, reaches to the top of the head, singing Om Shanti. Om Shanti. You have to tweak these steps. I have found it for myself and many people. Each step has its tremendous role. So we are on Thursday's session. We are tweaking on these steps. Deep silence, slow Shanti. Om Shanti. Now leave this, return to the flow of the breath, pay pointed attention of the breath. You are looking at the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation of change. Yes, in that moment you also check if the flow is equal, if you are living into those six treasures of inner and external calmness, you still have a, and now you start dropping on Shanti on each breath, going in and out. You are paying attention. What is that attention means? You're not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath. In the beginning, we did the deep, long, silent breathing and we changed the breathing. But now we are not changing the breath. Why? To check if I can handle the mind or the mind is still handling me. Mind is handling me, old belief pattern programming returns. Oh, so I have to be extremely aware and alert. Yes, whatever the word you want to use, aware, alert, attentive. Simple thing that you are not changing the rate and the rhythm of the breath, you are simply dropping Shanti on the breath that is flowing naturally. I don't speak anything and you are totally absorbed. Many people share their experiences like that. It's wonderful. Let us give a pause, return to the flow of the breath, dropping on Shanti, so that our practice should not become habitual. We can handle the mind at any time we want. We are just looking at the flow of the breath, equal or not, doesn't matter, but we just experience. We are in a state of heightened awareness. Yes, that is the moment. Now you drop Om Shanti on the 16 segments of the fingers. 16 Om Shanti. Whether you do it with a long Om Shanti, small Om Shanti, doesn't matter. So you recognize the very temperament and the mood of the mind at that moment. Sometimes the mood is very charged with emotion. As if you are already into the absorbed state. So one segment takes so long a time. You're not here to finish all the 16 segments of the finger. You're here to check how the mind is going deeper and deeper. Or even you can go deeper with Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Pay attention. We are going to explore in detail even these practical aspects on Monday's session. Om Shanti and the 16 segments of the fingers are, no doubt, it's a repetition, but this repetition is not a problem, not a boredom to your mind. If that is not a boredom to your mind, obviously, it will take you deeper. It is a stabilization. Whose stabilization? I'll talk to you later. You need not to worry, I'll reveal how the masters reveal all these changes in us. We want to discover something within us that is unchanging. That is the simple journey. And now return to the flow of the breath again. Check it, check the flow, check the steadiness, check the observer mode. All go together. And now looking inside the heart, visualize the triangle, finding a very equilateral triangle. Move the mind on each side of the triangle, dropping Om Shanti side. One time clockwise, another time anti-clockwise to check whether the mind is syncing with this movement. Syncing means the mind is going deeper, and that too consciously. And it's the right time. Push the mind deep inside the cave of your heart, singing Om. Om is pushing the mind deep inside. And our mind seems to stop, you say Shanti, and after that, you transition into the next stage, self-absorption, you're doing nothing. You remain as you are, you may have the vision, colors, images, feeling sensation of numbness, calmness. Yes, and you may have the thoughts, but you experience these thoughts are too far from you to touch you, to influence you. So all your belief system is kept aside. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Then open the eyes inside and stay there for a few seconds too. And then ask the angel, what happened to me? Where I was? What is the state? So that we can share understand deeply and reflect on it. And I'll bring the hands down and share our experiences. How are you, Steve?
Good, sir. Thank you. It was almost as if the mind, the body, the breath was all just one. And it was seamless and quiet and calming. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, very good. How are you, Dennis? Oh, Dennis cannot, he is on a different computer. Oh, it's okay. How are you, Christina Rago?
Thank you. I felt just a complete disconnect from my body and connection with what felt like just awareness. I became awareness.
Beautiful. When I see you all smiling, I see that no problems at all in your life. I need not to discuss about it. I directly discuss about the Eastern West. Is it not so? How are you, David?
Very good, very, very deep. I did an audit. I find that the Eastern wisdom is kind of like an audit in your life, and you just kind of allows you to reset. And coming out of that meditation today, I had it's just kind of like a very calming, peaceful. To Stephen's point, everything felt one. The breath, the focus, everything felt one. So thank you.
Yes, when that oneness is reflected everywhere, all the time, in all the locations, in all the relationships, think of that state. Think of that state. Danish shared deep, dark, peaceful space, and all thoughts were far away. Thank you. That's a beautiful experience. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. It felt very smooth. It wasn't difficult to be connected and to feel the flow of the breath. And I was weird. It was my first experience with the heart not being still, and the triangle was moving with my own Shanti, and it kind of made me a little dizzy. But once we went deep into the cave, I was really in there, and it was very peaceful, calming. And it felt like we were there for a long time, but it was so short at the same time. So I don't know.
Beautiful, yes. Yeah, sense of dizziness is an experience in the mind. But we need not to worry about this kind of a dizziness. It helps us to enter deeper into a self-absorption. Sorry, I did not ask Jerry.
That's okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I figured you'd get back to me. It was great. One thing I took away from today's lesson was that the neighbors are there. They always will be there. If we expect them not to be there and we act like we don't see them or that we don't experience them, then that in itself will create suffering. So it's that inner peace that we know that we are, and it doesn't have anything to do with the neighbors. It's completely soul and separate of the neighbors, although we experience the neighbors.
Beautifully said. This experience, you get rid of all the not get rid of it. You dissociate. Or I would say that you don't claim they are you. It is me. My body is me. My mind is me. When we drop that belief, we are awakened to that entity which is already present in us. But as long as we continue with this belief that I'm the body and the mind and intellect and all the past impressions, all previous experiences returns with a greater force and puts us into a delusion. Yes, beautifully said. Vaibhav.
Sir, mine was calm, like it was aware, and it was not following any belief, so I'm not doing anything like in autopilot or something. Like it was all calm.
Yes, yes. You know, many, many years ago, there was a very young couple, and I said, you need not to, you simply drop all your belief. So he asked me that should I also drop the belief that she is my wife, pointing to her wife. Transactional reality, that, you know, all these issues will be solved at a higher level. That is what we are going to solve this level. Otherwise, what happens, there's a lot of confusion. Oh, it means the money also does not belong to me. So we have to go deeper into that area from where this statement comes. We cannot change the world created by the existence, but I can change the world created by me. Simple as. Again, teachings of our great masters, yes. Sangeeta.
सर मेडिटेशन बहुत पीसफुल थी और सर 2 वीक्स ना मेरे को ट्रेवल करना पड़ रहा था सेम डे तो
मोबाइल फोन पे उठाओ
सर एक्चुअली फोन से मैं मैप देख रही थी इसलिए मैं कर नहीं पाई मतलब वो मैं बहुत मिस कर रही थी उस टाइम को तो पर मैं अवेयर थी और मैंने अपने आप मतलब अवेयरनेस में ही थी मतलब
Good, good. You know, she was traveling, that's why she was not with us. And so that is all. Yeah, Eastern wisdom. So the today lesson, you have to carry this lesson to the next lesson that is coming, and you have to communicate with that lesson in your mind and see that what happens. That is all for today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.